The first thing my husband did wasn't yell. It wasn't cry. It wasn't ask who Ryan was. He laughed. A deep, genuine laugh that made everyone in the room smile with him. Then he stood, walked across our living room, opened his arms, and said, "There you are." Every drop of blood drained from my body, because Ryan looked just as confused as I was. People imagine getting caught as something loud. Broken plates, screaming, doors slamming. Mine ended with laughter. And somehow, that hurt even more. It was Noah's 36th birthday. For weeks, he'd insisted on throwing a big party at our house. Friends from work, neighbors, my parents, his brothers. About 40 people crowded into our backyard. The grill smoked nonstop. Music played through outdoor speakers. Children chased each other between lawn chairs. Everything looked perfect. Exactly the kind of afternoon people post on social media and caption, "Blessed." Ryan wasn't supposed to be there. Officially. He worked for the landscaping company renovating the office where I worked. Several coworkers knew him. When one of them asked if he wanted to stop by the party after finishing a nearby job, he accepted. Neither of us expected it. When I saw his truck pull into the driveway, my heart nearly stopped. He climbed out carrying a small gift bag, probably thinking it would be rude to arrive empty-handed. He hadn't seen my house before. He only knew the address because I'd texted it that morning after learning coworkers had invited him. I thought we'd keep our distance, act like strangers, smile politely. Nothing more. Instead, Noah saw him first. He looked toward the driveway, paused, then started laughing. Not fake laughter, real laughter. The kind people laugh when an old friend finally arrives. There he is. Everyone turned. Ryan froze halfway across the lawn. Noah walked straight toward him, still smiling. I was wondering if you'd actually come. Ryan glanced at me, looking for guidance. There wasn't any. Noah reached out and shook his hand. Firmly, warmly. "I'm Noah." Ryan nodded awkwardly. "Ryan?" "I know." Another laugh. "So good to finally meet you." My chest tightened. What did he mean? Finally? The guests smiled, assuming Noah was simply welcoming someone new. Only Ryan and I heard the weight behind every word. Noah draped an arm across Ryan's shoulder. "Come on. Everybody's already here." He led Ryan through the backyard, introducing him to relatives, neighbors, friends. "This is Ryan. I've heard a lot about him." The sentence made my knees weak. Ryan forced a smile. "So have I." Noah laughed again. "I bet you have." No one else noticed. To everyone around us, it sounded like harmless conversation. Dinner started an hour later. Long folding tables filled the backyard. People passed burgers, corn on the cob, potato salad. Birthday cake waited on the patio. There was only one empty chair, next to me. Noah looked at Ryan. "That's yours." Ryan hesitated. "I can sit somewhere else." Noah shook his head. "No. Claire likes having people close." The sentence landed like a knife. Ryan slowly sat down. Neither of us touched our food. Noah talked with everyone, told stories, made jokes, kept the party laughing. The calmer he seemed, the more terrified I became. Eventually, someone raised a glass. "Speech." Everyone clapped. Noah stood, smiled, tapped his fork against his glass. "I just want to thank everyone for coming." More applause. My family, my friends, my neighbors. He looked directly at Ryan and the people who've become part of my life without me realizing it. Silence. Not complete silence. Just enough. Enough that Ryan stopped breathing. Enough that I forgot how. Noah smiled. It's funny. We think we know who's coming into our homes. He lifted his glass. Sometimes, the guests know the house even better than we do. Nobody laughed this time. People looked around, trying to understand. Ryan quietly set down his fork. I think I should leave. Noah nodded. I think that's probably the first decision we've agreed on. Ryan stood, looked toward me, then away. He walked through the side gate without saying goodbye. The party never recovered. People tried talking, tried eating, tried pretending everything was normal. It wasn't. Guests began leaving early, one by one, offering awkward excuses. Within an hour, the backyard was empty. Only Noah and I remained. Paper plates still scattered across the tables, half-melted ice in coolers, birthday balloons drifting in the evening breeze. I finally whispered, When did you find out? Noah didn't answer immediately. He folded a lawn chair, stacked it against the fence, picked up a few empty cups, then quietly said, 9 months ago. 9 months. 9 months of holidays, vacations, anniversaries, Sunday mornings, 9 months of him already knowing. Every memory changed. The laughter, the kindness, the quiet evenings. He hadn't been pretending everything was okay. He'd simply stopped believing it was. He disappeared into the house, returned carrying a large manila envelope. Divorce papers, already signed, already dated, already waiting. I looked at them through blurred eyes. Finally, I asked, Why did you laugh? He looked toward the empty driveway where Ryan's truck had been parked. Because the hardest part was over. I frowned. I spent months wondering if I was imagining things. Another pause. When he walked through that gate, I finally got to stop wondering. He smiled sadly. You know what relief sounds like? I couldn't answer. It sounds a lot like laughter. The words hit harder than anything else he'd said all day. He handed me the envelope. I wasn't laughing because you got caught. He looked around the quiet backyard. I was laughing because the truth finally walked through my front gate and introduced itself. He went back inside, closed the sliding glass door, left me alone beneath the string lights. I stayed there until long after dark. The music had stopped. The food had gone cold. The birthday candles had burned themselves out. Sometimes I still think about that laugh. Not because it exposed my affair. Not because it ended my marriage. Not even because Ryan walked into the wrong party. The worst part was realizing my husband hadn't laughed because anything was funny. He laughed because, for 9 months, he'd carried the weight of a truth no one else could see. And the moment my affair partner stepped into our backyard, he wasn't watching his marriage fall apart. He was watching uncertainty finally come to an end.